Hey everyone, Gary here with Rock Solid Productions, and we are recording our latest episode of basically going through and showing one specific system going through the RetroTink 5X. It is basically designed to give you a deep dive look where if you are just interested in one specific system, you kind of have an idea of what that system looks like through here. In this one, we're going through the Dreamcast, and my Dreamcast collection isn't huge, but I've got some of the commons, so let's kind of take a look before we get started to let you know how we have this all hooked up. Now, this is actually composite video going through the system. Here you can see composite standard definition, 60 Hertz. I do have it set to 780p over for the video output. My capture card and my television do not support the 1200 or 1440p that the 5X can output. Sampling, there is no Dreamcast sampling setting built into the RetroTink 5X, so I am using generic 4x3. Interpolation is soft, that is sharp, and we'll probably bounce back and forth a little bit between the two. Scan lines off, polyphase 50, 90. I'm not seeing scan lines pop up, so I don't know if that's a composite video thing or what's going on with that. Vertical frame or vertical sync is set to frame lock. And here's what it looks like with the triple buffer turned on. Deinterlace is set to Bob. We can kind of go through here. There's Bob deinterlace, linear, CRT simulations, motion adaptive, weave, blend, or again Bob deinterlace. The 4-line comb filter, I've noticed, tends to look better. I've noticed some weird like artifactoring or shimmering effect when I use the notch filter. And if you look specifically around, I'm going to move Sonic over here, look around the tree, how it looks like there's a line going up each side of the tree with notch turned on. When I go to 4-line comb, that disappears. Color space is RGB full. The low pass filter is turned on. Light gun border I don't need to have on because we're not playing a light gun game here. 240p downscale, again, don't need it on here. And there is that. So let us dive into some Sonic Adventure. Now, I am capturing this using my Hauppauge PVR60 Pro. We may switch over to the Genki Shadowcast later on, depending on if this does a whole lot of changing resolutions throughout gameplay, which my PVR60 Pro does have an issue where it basically stops recording when it detects a resolution change. For controls, I'm actually using a Retrofighter Striker DC. I just absolutely love this controller, so much better than the stock Dreamcast controller, in my opinion. And again, it's kind of hard to believe that this is composite video, but this is composite video for the Dreamcast. So one thing I will let you know is that there are better ways, or ways to get better video out of the Dreamcast. First and foremost is the fact that you do have the option to do VGA cables, which quite honestly look phenomenal with the Dreamcast. Now, unfortunately, the RetroTink 5X does not support VGA cable input. I know that HD Retrovision and Insurrection Industries have been working on cables for both SCART and component video cable inputs that just are not available yet. So for the average person, this is going to be the best picture quality that most people will be able to get out of the Dreamcast. You'll probably be able to play Sonic a lot better than I do. But for, I mean, the video quality and everything is just, if you would have told me that component video could have looked this good on the Dreamcast, I would have called you a liar. This actually looks a lot better than I anticipated that it was going to look. Again, it's just the fact that it's composite video cable. You know, from an audio standpoint, video standpoint, it not only looks pretty good, but it sounds pretty good as well when I'm not getting myself stuck running along the sides here. Ooh, what do we have up there? Oh, I couldn't quite get it. Let's see if I can come back here and be able to run back up there, because there's more rings up there, and I do apologize if at any point I did call them coins, because clearly these are rings. Got it. But this is what Sonic Adventure looks like, which, I mean, I think you would agree, looks pretty stinking good. We're going to move on to our next title. Up next, this is a title that I honestly forget that I have for the Dreamcast. It's Daytona USA. I think this is probably, well, the best looking version of Daytona for a home console. It just looks terrific. I'd say that it even looks better than some of the early sorts of arcade ones, or arcade versions. So let's dive into a single race. So one thing I think is interesting is the fact that that looks like a Ford Taurus, at least the front of it. The rear, definitely not. We're going to use the Falcon here. Yeah, we're going to use this one. We're going to stay with an automatic tire. I want a soft.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now, I do love the fact that you know, for throttle and brake, you do have the analog triggers here, and of course you have the analog stick for steering. Ooh, went wide there, coming out of 2. All right, got a good line coming through there. I don't like these camera views quite as much as on some of the earlier games, but you can definitely see how, you know, the colors and everything are pretty vibrant. You know, it's actually looking pretty dang good, again, for composite video. Being a little bit over touchy on the steering, I will say that there. That's a really good line. I don't know that I'm not going to time out on this. Ooh, a 19-1, not too bad. So that's what Daytona USA looks and sounds like, again, considering composite video. This is just an amazing result for composite. While we're feeling rather racy, let's turn to Hydro Thunder. Now, one of the interesting things about this is Hydro Thunder is one of the rare games, even though it's a Midway title, not rare, joke, definitely intended there, does not work with the VGA cable, so that is kind of annoying, quite honestly. We're just going to go into the game. And as you can tell, since I don't have many tracks unlocked, actually I don't have any tracks or any boats unlocked, I haven't been able to play this up until now. Now I'm looking forward to playing it more once I finish my HDMI mod on this system. Make sure that you go ahead and stay subscribed, because we will be doing that coming up. But now that I can actually play this with the RetroTink 5X is really, really nice. Ooh, hack you very much. Oh, I wanted to hit that ramp and I didn't. I will say I absolutely just love, and you can probably hear it in my hands, the Retro Fighters controller, yes. Missed that one again. On the outside, halfway through the field now at this point. Kind of saving. There we go. I'm saving my boost there. Woohoo! Top 5. Up to 4th. There's 3rd. There's 2nd. Missed that boost again. Dang it. I think that's the leader right there. Trying to hammer down, get past him. I think we may have gotten him. I think we got him. Yes! So we went ahead, took the win in Hydro Thunder. I couldn't tell you the last time that I played this. I don't think I've ever played it actually on the Dreamcast. I think every time I've played it was actually in the arcade. You know, wonderful thing about this is the fact that, you know, it's responsive, it works well, it looks great, and we are going to put in our initials, so R, X, P, accept. There we go. So minute 54:42, pretty good time there. Often referred to as the Smash Brothers for the Dreamcast. Power Stone, not a game I played a ton, but what I have played, I've always really, really liked. Now this to me does look a little bit blurry, but that I think is more of the fact that it is composite versus, you know, component or S-video. Yeah, you guys are going to see me just suck at this. Got her, smushed her as she's pole dancing. Whoa, I can actually pull the poles down. That's pretty cool. Oh, and she got me there. Got her again. I have to admit, I'm definitely just button mashing at this point. Yeah, like I say, I am not good at Power Stone. I just have not spent nearly enough time with the game, but I did want to give you at least some look at how the game looks like on the Dreamcast. Now we are going to check out Jedi Power Battles from LucasArts here. We're going to start a new game. And I'm kind of wish I had a Padawan mode. Who can I play as? You know, we're going to play as Qui-Gon. Now, I will say, is this as sharp and crisp as, you know, as VGA? Absolutely not. But you know what? This is not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. Roger, roger. Now, I do wish that you could actually go ahead and, you know, slash as you are jumping, but that's not an option. That's the game, that's not the control. Now, very similar, I would say, to like Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith on the PlayStation. You know, that's actually, I think, a very underrated Star Wars game. I think it's quite wonderful. This is actually, you know, bright and colorful. The sound effects sound great. The one thing I'm wondering is, where are the Jedi powers that I'm supposed to be battling with? Again, I think the colors and everything look good on this. You know, again, for keeping in mind, we're dealing with composite videos, so definitely something to keep in mind here. But for composite, definitely great. Probably the best that the composite has ever looked on the Dreamcast, quite honestly. Hey, I see your Schwartz is not nearly as big as mine. Now, if you are looking to pick up the RetroTink 5X at the time of this filming, it's towards the end of May, beginning of June 2021. Mike Chi has indicated that there are more coming. They are not available right now. He is sold out of the first batch, but more are coming. As such, do not pay scalpers prices. Whatever you do, there is no reason to do that. Just be patient. They are, you know, they've taken the extra step, for example, like they are currently not selling through on the store with any of their other items until they are caught up through the orders for the RetroTink 5X, which is, you know, quite commendable for them that they're, I mean, really they're leaving money on the floor or on the table until they get through all of the RetroTink 5X orders. Yes, I killed the protocol droid. Now, if you do have any other comments or questions, as always, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. You can also go ahead and email me at, don't fall down that pit at you'reanidiot.com. No, rocksolidmail@gmail.com. You can send me a message on Twitter at rocksolidstudios, Facebook at facebook.com/rocksolidproductions, and Instagram at instagram.com/rocksolidproductionsgk. Now, if you are looking for component video cables, if you need them, make sure you check out castlemaniagames.com. He has accessories for the Dreamcast and for other systems. The great thing, he also does have the Striker DC controllers like what I am using right now, which is terrific. He's also got a full line of like 1-up cleaning cards for cartridge-based systems, other accessories, cables for other systems, the G-Scomp and the G-Scart if you are looking for multi-device switch boxes and the like. And the cool thing, if you use promo code ROCKSOLID10, you can actually save 10% off of most items on the website. So I think overall, I mean, this is playing very, very well. No lag, no delay, no latency introduced into here for composite video, and that's the thing that's still kind of blowing my mind here. Is this is composite video looking this good. No lag, no delay, no issues along those lines. The one issue that I ran into here was simply because I did not jump. Oh, I guess you can't jump in there, so that's why you can't do that. So make sure too you are also subscribed to the channel. That way you can check out the other videos in our playlist that we have, taking a look at the RetroTink 5X and different systems that we've tested out. And we've tested out on the TurboGrafx 16, on the Sega Saturn, on the Nintendo 64, and we have more coming. We still have to do the original Xbox. We still have to do the original Nintendo Wii, the Master System, the NES. We haven't done the NES yet. That is coming. I actually have to recap my system because I'm having some display image issues with my NES. But this is what the Sega Dreamcast looks like going through the RetroTink 5X using composite video cables. And I'm still amazed at how good this looks. My name is Gary. This has been Rock Solid Productions. And if you're looking for information on other videos, tutorials, how-tos, tips, and tricks, those videos are coming up right now. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to support the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so by visiting our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you'll get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. You can also become a channel member here on YouTube for as little as $1.99 a month, and with that, you get a badge next to your name when you comment or post on the channel, and you are acknowledged whether you are a channel member or a Patreon supporter at the end of each and every one of our videos. You can also support the channel by visiting our Teespring store on screen now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, masks, cell phone cases, and much more. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.